everybody calls me Starbaby. But if anything,
Okay, so again, it's F.A.C.E Productions, Focus Authority, Creating Excellence. I met another friend out here, so she's willing to have a conversation with me. What street we on, baby?
this is Greenfield.
Greenfield? What in Greenfield?
11th in Greenfield.
11th in Greenfield?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, if you don't mind introducing yourself.
Okay, my name is Starbaby.
Starbaby.
Yeah, the one and only Starbaby.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Starbaby.
Nice to meet you too.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
31?
Yeah.
So I take it that you're very familiar with the area over here in Greenfield?
Yeah.
So how long would you say you've been over here actually hustling on the streets over here?
Since I was 13, actually, to be honest.
Wow. So you're pretty familiar, very familiar with what goes on around here, huh? Okay, so this is like your stomping ground.
Most definitely.
Okay. So, and I guess that for far as hustling, I guess those are like sex trades and shit, as far as the hustle is concerned, right?
Well, yeah, but no. Because
Okay.
you can, whatever your sex trafficking trade is, it could be drugs, it could be money,
Okay.
or just whatever your fair exchange, no robbery is,
Right.
then that's your
So
trafficking.
That's your hustle.
Right.
Okay.
So if you get up in the morning and all you just want to do is just, goddamn it, fuck all day and just, just
Catch money that way.
hey,
Or
get high all day and just fuck.
Right.
That's just how you want.
So that would be, I guess, these women out here who would just fuck just to get high.
Of course, yeah. I've did that a couple of times. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I mean, I done been down and out, and you know what I'm saying. I'm going on like a 3-day or 4-day binge or whatever. I'm getting high, smoking and drinking, and I mean, I don't have nowhere to live, so I mean, I'm bouncing from house to house, and then half of my money or party favors have to be split with wherever I'm gonna go stay at.
Okay.
And it gets tiring after a while.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine.
Look at Brian.
Right.
Man.
So I guess you know everybody out here, huh?
Well, everybody knows Starbaby. And the name Starbaby came from me. I earned it.
Right.
I was in Chicago. I was a runaway.
Okay.
I took myself to Chicago for the first time on the Greyhound bus.
Okay.
Curiosity killed the cat. I guess.
Got it. So, I guess there's a lot of money that can be made out here, huh?
Twos and fews, yeah.
Well, what's a good lucrative day, a good successful day, take home wise for you?
About 500.
About 500. Okay. Out of that 500, how much would you spend on drugs, maybe?
Majority.
So we're talking 400, 450.
Yep, about $400.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. How was you introduced to this lifestyle, actually?
What do you mean by introduced?
Somebody introduced you to getting high. Somebody introduced you to the fact that you can use your body to get money. Like, how did all that come about till you found yourself hustling out here on the street?
Individual people did.
Okay.
Explained it to me. The man explained it to me, saying that how pretty I was when I was younger, but I was a runaway, like I was saying once before.
Yeah.
So not only did I run away from home, but my home was just fine. I mean, my mom didn't use no drugs. My sister didn't use no drugs, nothing. Like, I ain't saying I came from a white picket fence family, but I mean, hey, curiosity really killed the cat.
Okay, I get that. Yeah.
I mean, I chose my lifestyle.
Right.
But my father figure was never there.
No.
No, my mama raised me by herself. She was my mommy and my daddy.
Okay. So do you have any kids?
I have one.
Boy,
Yeah.
girl?
I have a boy. Yep. His name's Silas.
Silas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the apple of my eye, for real.
Okay. How old is he?
He's 14.
Wow. Okay, young man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when was the last time you spoke with Silas?
You know you asked me that twice, right?
Okay. Well, we can.
I just playing. You could.
We can edit
I know.
that shit.
Yeah, I know. Okay. The thing that keeps me away from the north side, from the south side, is my son is on the north side, and he goes to school up there.
Okay.
So I don't want, nowadays I don't want him to, his homie, or he sees something like, man, I know your mama.
Right. Tight. Yeah, totally understood.
Man, yeah. So I'm just like, nah, I'm not finna go over there.
Right, I get it. That makes total sense. So what is your drugs, or your drug of choice? Liquor, vodka?
Mm-hmm.
That's it? That's all?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What else will you partake in?
I most definitely, I love. Ooh, that was a good one. It was hot, burning all the way down.
Okay.
Ooh, I love my liquor. Jesus.
Right.
Okay.
So liquor would be one drug
And
of
cocaine.
choice. Cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Sex.
Sex. Okay. So those are your drugs. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. That makes sense. A lot of these girls out here say their drug of choice is girl and boy. I very rarely hear the liquor. You know what I mean?
I love me some alcohol, man. Look, that's my first drug. I can't help it.
Okay.
I gotta have me some alcohol. If I can't have no alcohol, like, hey, look, it's a sad day.
Right. So, being out here and being familiar with these areas, what is can you say that there's been some troubling or some bullshit things that have happened out here towards you?
Oh yeah, I done got raped before, beat up. Man, this one time, let me tell you a story. So listen, this one time, a guy had picked me up right around what was that, 8th and Lapham, and it was wee hours in the morning. I mean, and normally I don't come out until about 5 because the simple fact is rush hour, either 5 o'clock at night or 5 in the morning. People are either one or two things. They're either getting off of work or they're going to work. Right. And I'll just be standing there like, okay, cool, hey. So, but yeah, this guy, I wasn't supposed to be outside, damn it, so, he was in a little bitty blue car, and he picked me up, and he took me down past Pierce, looked like. Man, she thick as hell. But I don't know that much. I want. But yeah, so she. Damn. He in the car with her? Oh no, she at that house. Okay. Well, yeah. So so he had picked me up, and he said that we could go to his parking where he usually parks, and I said okay, and I rode with him, and then I was talking to him, trying to kill time, and till we got there, and not only did he have sex with me, but he
violated you?
He wanted me to talk to him as if he was raping his daughter, kind of.
Wow.
You know, he started off like caressing my hair, saying, "Sweetie, you're so pretty," and then, "What are you gonna do for daddy?" or whatever, and I don't know. So I was hysterically crying because he was choking me the whole time, but he fucked me. He paid me first. We fucked, okay? Did the transaction. He gave me $40-$60.
Right.
And then he goes in this corner of the door and says, "I'm going to give you a tip." And comes back with a backhand and pow.
Wow.
You know? Right. And
so, in other words, he just
fighting.
Okay, so he just tried to abuse you.
He ended up taking his money back,
Right.
and he ended up getting some more coochie too.
Right.
Yeah.
So he ultimately just raped you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Is that the first and only time that type of shit has happened out
Oh
here?
no. I can actually count on one hand how many times it has happened, but as far as that being the first time, no.
So do you have fear of that type of shit happening now, or is there? I mean, you keep like weapons on you and shit, or you prepare for the next?
These
stupid?
is my weapons.
Okay, I get that.
Look. These is my weapons. I most definitely I can fight. I know when it comes down to a man that I have no, like, I'm not, I'm not equal to a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way possible, shape, form that I would be equal to.
Right.
To be hit by a man, right? You know.
Yeah, so that's why I was wondering: are you like prepared with a weapon or some mace?
I mean, hey, look, I just got to roll with the punches. I mean, hey, like, I stay ready. I stay ready.
Right. So I guess you understand the fact that you out here, you choose to make a decision, so you choose to stand on the consequences of what's coming in.
Yeah.
And what the benefits are as well, I guess, right?
The benefits of mine?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you may meet a guy and he like, "Hey, baby, can I be with you for a minute?" He may give you more money than you expected, and some of that times, I guess those can be the benefits of making the choice to be out there versus somebody saying, "Hey, I want to have your services," and then they do something stupid.
Right, and then low blow you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I totally get it. So is there a plan put in place for one day you'll walk away from this lifestyle and choose to do something else? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go back to school, and then I want to go to work at third shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you say to yourself that you think that you still can be a good woman for a man, or is that over and done with? Do you think like you still can be that one woman for that one man and give him a good life as long as you're treated the way you feel you want to be treated? Or is that life over?
I'm scared.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why would you be scared?
Because I haven't known what it feels like to be actually really loved by a man.
Really?
My father figure was not there.
Okay.
And all the men that I've came across, it's always been one thing.
Right. And I guess that's money for sex or drugs for sex. Well, you do know that there are good men out here, right?
I don't even know what a good man is.
Okay. I understand that. Because I guess it makes sense when you haven't had someone to be, I guess, good to you in the sense of being a companion. Okay.
I ain't saying I'm not saying I'm not open to it, and I'm most definitely am not closed-minded, but it's just very hard to believe the unbelievable. I mean, that's just, that man and Jesus are in the same category in my book.
A lot of these men follow Jesus, so it is out here. Just let me say that.
I'm saying,
but I get it coming from a situation where it's few and far between to find a situation that feels secure and stable with one person. You know what I mean? That's why I sort of asked you, do you think that you are still a person that can find yourself loving one guy and accepting that?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, so if you go back to school, what would you be going back to school for? What is a passion of yours? What?
Neurologist.
Wow.
I'm gonna work on the brain.
That's deep. That's deep.
Right?
Right.
Just think about it. All like, little bitty nerves. Like, when you okay, the brain is fascinating to me
True.
because if a person didn't have a brain,
Right.
they wouldn't be brain dead, but they would just be.
I mean, yeah, you have some nerve endings, I guess, that don't do the normal nerve ending thing, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, some people motor cognitive senses doesn't react normal to what we would consider normal.
Right.
Right? Yeah, I get that. I know people who are smart as a whip, but they can't speak.
Mm.
So I don't know if that has to do something with the vocalization and a memory reaction, or is it something deeper than that? Is it a vocal cord situation, but it doesn't correlate together like the normal?
Your brain's your brain is made of atoms.
Okay.
Well, there's actually atoms everywhere,
Right.
which an atom is a part of matter, and matter is anything that takes up space.
Right.
So, if you have 1,000 matters in one spot, trying to figure out what they're taking up space, like what are they taking up, that causes the body to have some type of dysfunctions, like maybe a person having a broken arm and it's getting weaker now and it no longer can move.
Right.
So not only is the brain sending signals everywhere through the nerve system to let your finger know to move,
Right.
or let alone to feel.
Right.
It goes, it backfires, kind of sort of like a car.
Right.
It backfires like a trap door. Instead of when you turn off your ignition to your car, most definitely the engine trap door will be closed.
Right.
When you start it up, most definitely it'll open.
Right.
But in this particular situation, it would be the trap door would open and close real fast at a rapid pace for no reason. And that's because not only you get high, but he must be mad. That's Brian.
Walking pretty fast.
Yeah, he must be mad.
He probably got what he needed.
Nah, he must be mad. I was gonna say, what weirdo, whatever.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to say that
What?
I think you're an attractive woman. I think that as far as achieving what you want to achieve,
my goals. I
believe it's all reachable. You know what I mean?
I don't doubt myself at all.
Okay. So right now you're just procrastinating and enjoying life.
If you would like to say, I'm just not ready.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Right.
A person's scared of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
That's anybody. If you don't know something, of course you're going to take caution and just keep doing what you used to because you know the outcomes of it. Rather versus to you doing something that you don't even know nothing about.
Well, on the
or
streets,
let alone the outcome.
Right, so on
or
the
what
streets,
you up against.
don't you think when you're out here you don't know the outcome? Like
I've been on the streets for so long, sweetheart. That's your opinion. That's not mine.
But is every outcome the same?
No.
Right. So.
But it's nothing I've never seen. The streets is like that.
I get that.
Everything is unpredictable.
Right. So don't you think it's more beauty in the unpredictable than it is the predictable?
You said think, but I don't know.
Okay. So
I can think all I want.
Right. So I think that would be a good reason.
So if I've never seen it.
Right.
I wouldn't have I'm not saying that I'm doubting it. I'm not saying that, hey, I wouldn't give it a try. I'm just saying I can't see the glory in it like how you can.
I can see success. I think there's a glory in success and succeeding. So achieving is always to strive for something new.
Right.
Right. And so I think there's a beauty in that. Right. So every time you succeed, you put another blue ribbon to the side.
Right.
And I think those type of things are worth striving for. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So all I'm saying is that I just see that you're a beautiful woman, and I think that out of all the challenges in the world, I don't think none are equally as challenging as what you choose to do out here. I think all the other things are super easy compared to what goes on out here. Just shows me and tells me how courageous you are, you know, how strong-willed and, you know.
Thank you.
Full of life, you know. So, okay, well,
I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and I'll keep talking to you. I don't know.
I mean, that's fine. Here, you can crack the window and smoke the cigarette.
Okay.
It's just the other shit I got a problem with. You know what I'm saying?
Let me put this on my arm.
So how long does
Hey! I'm sorry, my bad. Brian! I mean, I forgot. He must be talking about me. Josh! Sorry! I kept calling him Brian, didn't I? Brian must be talking about me. That's Josh. I forgot. That's bad. That's the alcohol again. I've been getting drunk ever since I was 9 years old. My mom used to come home all the time and have parties over at the house, and they used to play cards. And you know, me and my sister be upstairs, and we be like, I wonder what they doing downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Blasting all the music and watch while Auntie did, she keep on yelling, yippee and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the what we used to do when we was kids.
Yeah, I get it.
Me and my sister like night and day. Ooh, Josh, what? We do not mix. Dude, what the fuck are you looking at him for? He didn't do shit to you.
What's up? I don't get it. What's wrong with you?
Anyway, well, fuck you too then. Right, the hell is he looking at? What the fuck, man?
You see a real one.
Yeah, exactly, right. And are you mad or not? I would be mad.
You know what it is. But,
right, so, back to what I was saying, right, yeah, he fucked up my understanding of where I was going with the damn situation.
it's all good.
You got...
No, but I'm just saying. So let's say if if you knew a young girl who was out here in the streets and she was about 15 or 14 or 16 and she got her first taste of heroin and cocaine, and she realized what turning the trick was, and she can make X amount of dollars really fast, and she starts to thinking she appreciates that, would you have any words of wisdom for her?
That's why I want to go to school to be a neurologist, because not only do you, when that 15 or that adolescent child, whomever, it's just like a boy. I have a boy. If he was to be running away and the same stepping stones I paid out for him already, if he chose to follow that path, then his repercussions would not only be idle, but they would be self-absorbed, because he raised himself in the streets and everyone else around him helped him raise himself. So that's all what he would know. So the outcome would not only be open to some new things, but hey, he would also be disclosed and call you different, or not weak, but
it's estranged.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You're the distraught of figure of something deformed looking, rather than this perfect immaculate photo, whatever, would be so opposite compared to whatever life you.
So what words of wisdom would you give that young lady? Would you tell her, look, it's probably unwise.
It's not over, because life is life. Before you leave life alone, you have to learn how to live life and still be gone.
Right.
You ever met a person and they were dead and they're still breathing?
I see a lot of that a lot of the times.
And like people that they say, well, they can come back in time. You know what I'm saying? They can switch up. They can, oh, she's sick. You know what I'm saying, or whatever fact or whatnot. And economy and society wants to put them on medication and vegetate some of their atoms that makes up them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that you're trying to put a part of me to sleep, kind of, sort of. You know what I'm saying? So the other parts can live.
Yeah.
That never got a chance to.
Right.
Is so.
Yeah, I think in a lot of cases you see a lot of people who've medicated themselves so much that a lot of
medication.
I mean, a lot of times, what's happening out here on the streets these days isn't necessarily what we would call natural drugs, right? These are man-made, chemical-made concoctions that are fucking people up left and right.
Yes, they are. Killing people too.
Yeah. So when it comes down to first giving someone wisdom, if they came to me for advice, I would say I would prefer not to see you medicate yourself, or not to see you just test your.
Just don't forget we're home at.
Yeah, don't test yourself each time you ingest one of these drugs, because one of these times would be your last time. So I'm not willing to make that gamble, and my advice to anyone would be the same thing: don't make that gamble. Now, me, I can't judge a person, and I can't tell a grown person what to do, but I can give my own advice. And on the other side of that is maybe some people just choose to give up.
Take the easy way out.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Kuta Kente. That was a strong black man, wasn't it?
Super.
Man, that man, he was not going no shape no form, no fashion. It was not changing, switching up on.
What the
that
fuck?
no, that's my baby. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. I got.
Yeah.
Baby, why is she running? She what? Is she okay? She ain't no pants on. She ain't got no pants on. She don't have no pants on. She didn't leave the house like that. Yeah, she naked. She didn't leave the house like that. That girl's special, you know.
Yeah.
People don't understand her a little bit, you know,
Right,
because
right.
of the simple fact that I don't know what type of life that she went through, but she somewhere down the line, not only did they lose her, but she never got a chance to give herself her.
Yeah.
She never got a chance to give herself, you know what I'm saying, what she deserves to be a young woman.
Right.
She started off too early. That's what the economy and society is doing now. You know, it's the same thing, just upgraded over time.
Right.
You still send mail, but I value mail. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I still remember when I had to write mail, you know what I'm saying, in a piece of paper, put in an envelope and walk to the box and put it in and wait about 3 days, you know what I'm saying, for another, you know, and every day just waiting, see if you get it. Oh, no. Every day just wait. Rather than today's, you pop open your phone and flick it open and get this finger fucking your screen and hey, oh shit, I got a message right now. Look, yep. You know, it's the same thing. It's just upgraded over time.
Yeah. Come on, jump back in.
I'm trying to, but yeah. Good. She a white one. That's why I bet.
Yeah. Different strokes, different flows.
I was worried. I wasn't
you
worried
should be.
about it. I'm
That's
sorry.
good.
I know you probably called.
No, that's cool. So let's just, I guess we can end this, right?
Okay.
If you don't mind looking into the camera and just saying,
Okay.
like and subscribe to F.A.C.E Productions.
Okay.
I'd
And that's my signature.
appreciate it.
Like and prescribed. Face and Productions.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Ooh, I thought that you should know she lost control. She was control. She was out to show.